December 24th, 2014. Happy holidays to everyone, whether you believe in Christmas or just like me, Happy New Year. It's a great time of the year, lots of presents, everybody's excited, right? And oh, I got to shave. I'm going to a Christmas party. And this year was a tremendous year for me. So many changes. Lots of new toys, new job, lost old job, got a new one, sold the truck, bought a new truck, got rid of one trailer, got another one. And someone was asking me on my channel, like, why did I decided to switch to heavy haul? Like, that's such a weird question, because the heavier your loads are, and the less people, the less trucks the less trucks that are available to hold that load, the more specialized you are, the more money you will make, right? So it's just all jobs I did so far, I was always trying to get to the top, and in my opinion this is kind of like the top in the trucking profession. When you have your multi-axle truck and you have a 3-axle trailer. Of course some people go further, they get all these additional axles, but then you become too heavy. It was always my plan to run a 7-axle rig. This way you're not too heavy and you can still do the majority of heavy machinery and equipment. And another reason why I'm doing this, why I switched to this niche, is because I like dealing with machinery and equipment. You get to drive them. Like, what kind of job would I need to be able to drive, on occasion, dozers, brand new dozers, excavators, forestry machines, motor graders, you name it, rollers, farm tractors. I like it. It's just, it's not as boring as sitting somewhere from 8 to 5, doing the same thing day in, day out. Each day is different. That's what I like about trucking. And of course, you get to see the scenery, you travel all the time. And speaking about travel, my last video ended when I was coming down the bridge before entering Canada, and I said, Canada, I'm back. And I pull to the window and I say, hi, and okay, where do you live? So I tell them where I live, that I'm Canadian. And the lady looks at my passport and she says, by the way, your passport expired. I said, what? That cannot be true. And she said, yeah, expired December 4th, 2014. And this was, I think, 19th. What's today? 24th, right? 24, 23, 22, 21, 2019. Yeah, it was Friday. It was 19th. So, December 19th. And the passport expired December 4th. Jesus. So now I asked my dispatch to give me loads because I usually keep driving during December. Because for me the biggest holiday is New Year, like New Year's Day. That's when in Russia, that's when we sit down at the table, drink, eat, dance. Religion and the state or the government, they were separate in the Soviet Union, right? That was the official policy. So very few people celebrated religious holidays, and that's what the Christmas is, right? And actually the Russian calendar is all screwed up. Now they have all these holidays, but the dates are different. Like now the Christmas, it's sometime in the middle of January, like in other European countries. So it's not in December. So there's nothing in December for me. And so I told dispatch that I want to keep rolling. But then I found out about my passport situation, so I cannot cross into US. So I said, don't give me any loads like for a couple of days, and I did research online. Turns out you can do like an express emergency extension, like especially if your passport is within 1 year of expiry date. Let's say, like in my case, just expired. So you fill out an application, and you have to go in person to the Passport Canada office, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I just left the office, but there's no parking in there. Like under the building, it's always full, so you have to park on these small streets and then walk like 2 miles to the building, but it's okay. And so the fee on top of the passport fee, which is usually like $140 for a 5-year passport, and then you pay about $100 express fee, and then your passport is ready within 24 hours, you know. And you just fill out the application, you know, put your address, your name, whatever, your passport, you know, serial number, 2 references from people that have known you for more than 2 years, and that's it. And so I came here 2 days ago, on Monday, and let me just double check here how much I really paid. Oh yeah, and I put the 5-year plan because I was not sure how much, I mean passport, I was not sure how much the 10-year passport costs. And I, oh, by the way, when you go for an express, they put you in front of everybody else. You know, like you go register at the window, and they give you that ticket, like your number, right? And that number is ahead of everybody else because you're paying good money. So I was really surprised at the efficiency of the government when they know you're paying them some extra fees, you know. Like the room was full of people waiting, and they're staring at that, you know, electronic board, waiting for the number to come up. And the lady actually warned me when she gave me the number. She says, your number will be on basically very shortly. Basically stay, you know, stay focused. And as soon as I left the window, I just barely had time to, you know, sit down. Boom, right away my number was up. It was like B something, whereas people were still waiting for A and C. Like, I guess they have some special reserved numbers for, you know, express service. And basically, boom, within 5 minutes I was at the window. They look at everything, and she says, oh, and she looked at my 5-year box there where I, you know, checked that box, and she says, you sure you want 5 years? Because a 10-year passport is only $20 more. I said, what? So it's $160 for a 10-year passport, or $140 for a 5-year passport. So you have to be an idiot not to see that it's better to have a 10-year passport, right? So I said 10 years. So we crossed that, initial the change, 10 years, and she says it'll be ready Wednesday, December 24th. What time would you like to come in? Because we have lots of people coming in to pick up the passports, so they want to spread the influx of people. I did this, it was like 2 o'clock on Monday, and she said, how about we do it the same time on Wednesday? And I said, okay. So she gave me a receipt, and yeah, so I paid $160 for the passport. Actually, wait a second. Express service is only $50. Yeah, so I paid $210, and it was amazing. It was pretty quick, and I just went to, and of course we can claim this as a business expense because I use my passport to cross into Canada, right? I mean into US and back to Canada, because I don't need it. As a trucker, I need it for work, right? So they gave me this brand new shiny passport, still smells new, and I like this the section, nationality, where people always ask me like, where are you from? So I say, well, in my passport it says nationality Canadian, and that's what I am, you know. I don't watch news from Russia, I don't read Russian newspapers, I don't care. You know, if I was in love with that country, you know, why would I have left, right? And that's what sometimes people ask me, like, oh, you know, how about Putin? You know, what's like, what the heck? I don't care about Putin, you know, I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian citizen, alright? Because I was not happy with Russia, that's why I left back in 1997. So I've been here 17 years, so do not ask me about Russia, right? You want to know about Russia? Book a trip, go there, spend 2 weeks. If you're not killed or robbed, come back, and then you'll have a very nice experience. So don't get me started. But what I like about the Canadian passports, I don't know if they do this in other countries, but on the first page here, on the left side, there's a little note. It says, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada requests, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, all those whom it may concern, to allow the bearer, like me, to pass freely without delay or hindrance, and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary. So next time I show up at the border, I'll tell them, please check the page 1, you know. You're supposed to offer me assistance. I love this passport, yeah. So expiry, I checked that. Expiry December 2024. Jesus. I'll be 62 years old. But now I'll be saving a whole bunch of money. Right? No need. And the lady over there, they were very nice. And I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna come back for another 10 years. And she started laughing. So anyway, so happy holidays to everyone. But we'll continue in a second. Well, 2 hours later, one Gillette and one shower. And Uncle Sergei looks like this. Normally I don't shave, I just use my like a shaver for my head. But this time one of my YouTubers invited me for a Christmas party. So even though I don't celebrate it, but you can never say no to free stuff, right? And I was buying some gifts for the household, and this guy lives just like 25 miles from Cambridge, so I decided I needed new jeans, and this is only one brand I wear, Wrangler, Relaxed Fit. Okay, 20 bucks, 19.95 at Walmart. Where is it? Oh, somewhere over there. And my sneakers were falling apart, so I bought some new sneakers. 40 bucks. This is Dr. Schultz. Extremely comfortable, very light, and I have special sole inside. Okay, and we're gonna keep the same t-shirt. My Mac hat. And by the way, you can always count on Heavy Hole TV to supply some tips on personal hygiene and specifically fashions, truckers' fashions, right? So that's going to be my my Christmas party look is going to be like this, right? So I'm going to have my Mac hat, my New York t-shirt, and I love this soccer training little jersey, I think it makes me look very cool. And I look at my face and I cannot believe it. All I can say is that, Jesus F. Christ. It seems like only a few short years ago I came to Canada and I had all my hair and all my teeth and I was young and handsome, right? And I was 35 years old. But that was in 1997, right? So I've been here 17 years and I've been trekking since 2005. So and I still remember, when I think back to my childhood, and I don't have any pictures with me here because those photo albums are pretty heavy, right? But they're back at my mom's place, at my brother's place in Moscow, Russia. And I got a younger brother, right, who's 9 years younger. And I still remember, I'm 16 years old, and this is the September 1st, 1978. And I'm starting my last grade at high school. This was back then we had 10 years. We studied for 10 years in high school, and so sorry for the mess here, but I'm getting ready to leave. And so I'm late going to school. And this was because my brother is 9 years younger than me. He was born in 1970. And for him this was the first year at the school, right? And just before I was leaving the apartment, and we lived in a walk-up 4-story building with a tiny 1-bedroom apartment, 4 people. But it was free, right? Because it was a free eternal rental. Back then nobody owned any property. This was 1978. And so my mom says, "Сережа, давай вас сниму. Sergei, let me take a picture." And I said, "Jesus, I'm late." And so she takes that picture, and I have this steel face because I'm extremely angry that my parents decided to delay me by 2 minutes. Like a typical teenager, and has this extremely angry face, and my brother stands like this, like a kettle, and he's all smiles because for him it's the first year at school. And that was such a nice picture, such a contrast between a young kid who's all happy to go to school. This is something new for him, right? And this 16-year-old gentleman, all like, oh, come on, give me a break. Parents, you know, what do you do? And I was, believe it or not, I was a pretty handsome guy when I was young, you know. Again, all hair, you know, all teeth. You know, girls did not exactly chase me because I was very shy, but I just remember that, you know, I have that mental picture. And that was 36 years ago. 36. And so that's my message to everybody this holiday season. Basically threefold. Have fun. If you're not having fun, you're just killing yourself. You know, might as well go get a gun and just shoot your brains out, because life is passing so fast. You know, you must have fun, and that's been my motto ever since I was a kid. You know, I don't care about money too much, you know, property, whatever. I just want to have fun. I want to do what I really enjoy. I enjoy doing. So I just cannot do something like in terms of work, you know, or a job if I'm not happy. You know, I don't know. I cannot do that. So if you're not having fun in your current job, I suggest you know, review your you know, venues, your opportunities. And lesson number 2 is you must love yourself first. Be an egoist. You know, like back in Russia, like in 19th century, there was a whole movement about this. They called themselves, it's like basically healthy egoism. You know, you have to think about yourself first, because when you are successful, you'll have money, and you will feel much better, and you'll be much more pleasant to be with than when you're a total loser with no money and, you know, no success in life. So think about yourself first. That's what I always say, you know. And then that good fortune will transfer to other people around you, and they will like talking to you, you know, and having you around. So don't be miserable. So have fun, think about yourself first, and last but not least, take care of your health. And this year I was trying that stupid high protein diet, and it did not work. So now this year I found a great new theory. It's called Eat to Live, which makes total sense. And so I'm trying to, you know, stop drinking so much, because, you know, you just, not so much, but it's just, if you see in some of my videos, like my mug looks like terrible, that's not from drinking. It's just something going on inside, you know, the body, that when you're getting old, you have to drink more water and basically eat less junk, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do now. This diet I'm switching to, it's pretty much like vegetarian, only without processed food. Basically more vegetables and fruits, but no bread, no rice, none of this junk. And the formula is health equals nutrients divided by calories. So the whole point is to eat food that has lots of nutrients, like specifically vitamins and minerals, and less calories. So let's say vodka or whatever. I just discovered that a shot of vodka or whiskey has 64 calories and has 0 nutrients, right? So that's why you need to limit that. And 1 ounce of wine has 25 calories and a little bit of nutrients, but if you drink like a bottle of red wine, that's like 600 calories, you know. And that's why it might be difficult for some people to lose weight. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm switching my diets, and these were my holiday wishes to all my viewers. Oh, and last thing I wanted to mention is that I'm extremely thankful to all my YouTube viewers. I've been having lots of fun this year with the channel and meeting lots of incredible people. And like I said, this guy where I'm going this Christmas found me through my YouTube channel, you know. And Saturday I'm picking up a load near Toronto, and I'll be going to a small town near Asheville, North Carolina, and I'll be unloading on Tuesday, which is what, December 30th, I think. So if anybody's having any New Year parties around Asheville, North Carolina, let me know. Happy holidays, be safe and be well, and make money and have fun.